Matchday 21 in La Liga. EA Sports kicked off with the game between Las Palmas and Osasuna at the Estadio de Gran Canaria. These two sides were coming into this game yet without a win in 2025 in La Liga. EA Sports. Las Palmas coming into this one off the back of a heavy defeat 4-1 away against Real Madrid. Osasuna were held at home against Rayo Vallecano at El Sadar, a 1-1 draw on that occasion. But for Osasuna, they travelled to the Canary Islands winless in their last 8 fixtures. Las Palmas had the first chance through Sandro Ramirez, trying his luck from distance from a free kick that was played short to him. And it was then Alberto Moleiro with some nice intricate passing on the edge of the box with Kylian Rodriguez. Hitting this one first time, trying to get some whip on the ball, but playing it wide of the back post. Las Palmas starting the better of the two sides in the game. Mika Marmol went down in the box next. He was playing at left back and was asking for a penalty here, claiming he was pulled down by Joan Moncayola. Referee said there was nothing in it. Osasuna's first chance was a free kick for Ruben Garcia, but he could not keep the free kick down on target. Put the ball just over the crossbar. But Osasuna did slowly but surely grow into the game, especially in the second half, but most of their threat came down the right through Jesus Areso. Here he was playing the cross-in that was cleared away by Scott McKenna. Fabio Silva scored inside 28 seconds at the Santiago Bernabeu last weekend before his side fell 4-1. He was trying to go for another goal here on the turn, but could not hit the target. Manu Fuste would eventually put the shot on target for Las Palmas, but it was actually offside as Dario Sugo was in an illegal position in the build-up. This, though, was the first legal clear shot on target from the home side. Fabio Silva shifting the ball onto his left foot, getting so much pace behind it that Sergio Herrera was unable to bring the ball under control. Ante Budimir trying to find his way in behind the Las Palmas back line. Trying to touch the ball, caught out Jasper Cillessen, but ultimately the finish nowhere near the goal. Aymar Aroz on the day was without doubt the best player for Osasuna, and yet Ante Budimir had their best chance of the first half here. Lovely chip over the top from Aymar Aroz, and a nice cheeky back heel from Joan Moncayola. Ball dropping for Budimir, and despite the block from Suarez, he forced Cillessen into an important save. Kylian Rodriguez, despite scoring 6 goals in La Liga last season, he's yet to open his account this term. That shot, fairly simple one for Sergio Herrera, as Las Palmas looked for the opener. Quique Barja was back in the starting 11 for just the second time this season, returning from a long-term injury. He's captaining the side as well. He went for the shot here from outside the box, but it came off for him the wrong side of the woodwork. And the final kick of the first half was this free kick from Sandro Ramirez. Always optimistic when getting a free kick from long range, but that one not on target. Images now of the second 45, where Aymar Aroz tried to go for the shot here. The ball would eventually drop for Ruben Garcia. His effort cleared away for a throw-in. Osasuna started the second half much the better side, having a lot more of the possession and forcing Las Palmas back. We mentioned in the first half how dangerous Areso was down the right. Well, he continued that in the second half here, picking out Ante Budimir, trying to finish off the chance at the front post. Could only hit the side netting. Areso would try his luck again, though, down the right-hand side. This time, though, his cross was eventually met by Barja. he was able to pick up Budimir, whose somehow deft touch was picked out by Aymar Oroz on 52 minutes. And Osasuna's number 10 capping off a very good performance with a goal. Only his second of the season in LaLiga EA Sports, but he had scored against Las Palmas earlier on in the season. Aymar Oroz would go on to be named MVP of the match as well. Obviously not the prettiest of goals, but they all count the same. Just smashing the ball in there from the edge of the 6-yard box. Not much Jasper Cillessen could do there from that close range. Jaime Mata would then come on to replace Manu Fuster. Enzo Loyodis was actually ready to come on, but he was sent back down to the bench by his manager as soon as the ball went in. Jaime Mata came on instead. Minutes later, Osasuna brought on Abel Bretones, replacing Quique Barja. Osasuna captain still returning to fitness. An hour was enough. Abel Bretones coming on, and it would turn in really to a makeshift back five at times with Bretones on the pitch. Juan Cruz tucking in as a third centre-half. Las Palmas kept on pushing though. Fabio Silva here going over in the box. Just being pushed there by Arezzo. Sandro had the next chance of the game, and this one was quite clearly on target, forcing the save out of Sergio Herrera. Fabio Silva just picking out his striking partner. Sandro hitting that one right down the middle of the goal, and Herrera having to parry over the crossbar. Fabio Silva then found his way round two Osasuna players down by the corner flag and played the ball into the box, where Alberto Moleiro was brought down to the ground by Jesus Arezzo. And see here quite clearly, enough for a penalty. The referee would go over to the screen but would actually not give the penalty, as there was an elbow in the build-up to that move from Fabio Silva. Therefore it was a foul from the striker and no penalty. The referee was actually going to give the penalty kick for the challenge on Moleiro before seeing that elbow from Fabio Silva. Dario Esugo then fouled Pablo Ibanez, where Alex Suarez was shown a yellow card for arguing with the referee, but so too was Dario Esugo. He was shown a second yellow, having been booked earlier on in the game, and therefore he was given his marching orders. Las Palmas a goal down and a man down. Jaime Mata, in an attempt to get on the end of the ball into the box, would actually end up colliding with Sergio Herrera, the Osasuna goalkeeper, going down. Did well though here to deal with this free kick. First time of asking. A good shot on target from Sandro Ramirez, but not enough to make it 1-1. Mata came close here to getting on the end of another cross into the box, but he did seem just offside. Couldn't get the touch away anyway. The former Getafe man looking for his first La Liga goal of the season for Las Palmas. Kylian Rodriguez was then replaced by Andy Pelmard, who would come on to make his La Liga and Las Palmas debut. French right back, having just joined on loan from French side Clermont. Adnan Januzaj would also enter the fray. Sandro Ramirez took over the captain's armband, replacing as Kylian had made way, just after Fabio Silva would head this corner a long way off target. Sandro was up next with another shot from a similar angle to his earlier effort. On target again, but same result as the last time. Sergio Herrera looking to hold on to what would be a 6th clean sheet this season in La Liga for Osasuna. Abel Bretones, just before the 90th minute, had the chance to put the game to bed, but he dragged the shot wide of the back post. This was before the official would add on 13 minutes of stoppage time. Hernando and Ruben Peña would come on to try and shore things up at the back for the visitors. Juan Cruz, as well as Jesus Arezo, would make way. Ollie McBurney would also come on for the final minutes, replacing Alberto Moleiro, another striker on for Las Palmas. Adnan Januzaj then had a free kick late on in the game, and he took the shot right through the wall. It took a slight deflection off Osasuna's goal scorer, and in the 97th minute of the game would rescue a point for 10-man Las Palmas. His second goal of the season, but he did just enough to secure the equaliser for the home side. Aymar Aroth had been superb at the other end, but it was off his boot where the free kick came from Adnan Januzaj. The Belgian would be given the goal, but Osasuna, despite being a goal up and having an extra player on the pitch, they were unable to get all 3 points. They even had a late chance here through Raul Garcia. Couldn't capitalise on it. Great reactions in the box from Silerson, and the things would stay like that at the Estadio de Gran Canaria. The final score was Las Palmas 1, Osasuna 1.